Testing, 1, 2, testing. Can you hear me through the cloud? Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. I might maybe put my volume up. It's my normal speaking. No, just straight in. Shall I talk louder into the microphone? Testing, 1, 2, still talking in my normal voice, not shouting whatsoever. Is that a good voice? Is that a good sound? Shall I keep talking into the microphone? All right, I'm just going to keep talking here inside the microphone. My normal voice. Can anyone out there hear me at the moment? Testing the microphone. Out here at Olympic, I think we sound good. Wonderful from the production team. Got the thumbs up. Shall I keep going?
This is the effects mic. This is the effects mic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Olympic Village here in Melbourne's northern suburbs, the home of Heidelberg United. We're all set for today's Round 7 clash in the 2025 NPL season as Heidelberg takes on Box Hill. It's a beautiful Saturday to start May, but there's a bit of a wind swirling across the pitch, something that could definitely affect how this one plays out. You're watching Round 7 action on the NPL YouTube channel, broadcasted to you live. My name's Han Solo, and I will keep you company during today's match. Kickoff is just a few moments away. Let us take you through the squad list for today's match. I'll start with the home team. Number 2, we've got Mia Hasten. 3 is Rosie Wild. Cameron Barrero has number 4 on her back. Sawa Matsuda to look out for today. Number 5, Catherine Vlahopoulos, number 8. Number 9 is Keely Lockhart. 14, Asuka Miyata. Also keep an eye on her. 16, Molly Burke. 21, Mia Bailey in goals. And 24, Heidi Dre. Number 28 is Samantha Kerwood Wagner. Those off the bench I will call on when they come on. For the away team, in the blue for today, actually in the white. Never mind, the away kit for Box Hill. Number 3, Josephine Alacino. Number 6 is Zoe Hudson, the captain. 7, Gabrielle Simpson. 14, Katie Cox. 15 is Sophia Paliwoda. 20, Victoria Zikas. 27, Nicolina Buzzalo. 28 is Alwyn Parbury playing against her old team. And 31, Chloe McKenzie. 30 is Theodora Wilson, and 53 is Georgia Karaparidis. As the teams just swap sides momentarily, looks like Heidelberg will be kicking right to left of your screen, and Box Hill kicking from left to right in the blue, as the crowd is building up here for quite an on-time kickoff for this Saturday Round 7 action. Keeper just making her way into the box for Box Hill. And we're underway here at Olympic Village. Heidelberg United hosting Box Hill in Round 7 of the NPL 2025. Let's see who will settle first. Box Hill on the kickoff. As Box Hill in the early contention there. Mia Bailey had it all covered early, but they're off to a very promising start already here, Box Hill. For Heidelberg, we're 7 rounds into the season, and surprisingly, this is only Heidelberg's second home game. Their first in round 4 against South Melbourne ended in a heavy 5-1 loss. Historically, though, they performed better on the road. Despite that setback, Heidelberg currently sits 3rd on the ladder. Side ball, looking to find Keely Lockhart. Box Hill win the ball back only momentarily. Underway, cleared away in the halfway line. Heidelberg United still looking to steal the ball back. As Heidelberg did start strong into the season with 3 straight wins over Burundara, Bentley Greens and FV Academy. Past 2 rounds have been a little bit tighter for the yellow and black, scraping another win against Brunswick in round 6 and settling for a draw with Alamein in round 5. Ball's called back for a free kick though. Shab Saban calling today's officials, repping her signature purple headband. May have been an offside call actually from the sideline officials. Bailey will opt to go long. Can they cut it in here? That would be perfect for Heidelberg. Box Hill still trying to keep the ball alive into their attacking. Chance here for Heidelberg, but it's run out of bounds. I'll set up here for a corner kick. Cameron Barrera will take this one for Heidelberg. There's Lockhart and Kerwood Wagner deep inside the box. Opts to go short. The Hopeless uses the Heidelberg. Now Box Hill players a ramp, and they'll go for a second opportunity here for another corner kick. Sawa Matsuda collecting ball for a teammate, Barrero. Will she go for this second short option again, or will she go deep? High ball again. Bit of a scrimmage, but it's gone in! What a ball from Barrero to Keely Lockhart. And they're firing away early. And there it is. Heidelberg United strike first from Keely Lockhart with a clinical finish. And the home side are up and running. How about that for a second opportunity from a corner kick for Heidelberg, and the fans here are loving it. Early signs ahead for the yellow and black, and they're able to get one in the bag early. Settling the nerves. Just got to go for that chaos play inside, and that ball from Barrero was pin perfect. Almost didn't expect that to happen, because we did see Box Hill coming out the gates early, getting that first chance earlier on in this game, but G. Heidelberg came back, kept the ball alive inside their attacking half, and it paid off. Oh, geez, I was thinking the one to watch today would be Keely Lockhart. She's been in sharp form so far this season. Strong on the ball. Calm under pressure. And a key link in their midfield engine. And if Heidelberg's going to control this match, she'll be right there in the middle of it, Keely Lockhart. Haley goes long again. Nobody there. We all know Heidelberg tends to start fast, and they've done exactly that, especially when they can press high and win the ball early. That slight win today, though. Box Hill might look to exploit the space behind the back line with longer balls, but we haven't seen too much of that earlier on yet in this game. And let's expect a bit of a chess match in the first half, just to kind of adjust to the conditions so far, but it looks like it's kind of calmed down a little bit here in the pitch. Did see a little bit of swirling wind earlier, but it looks to calm down a little bit, and Heidelberg have capitalising on the conditions, and also the sun being on behind their backs may play a factor, but the cloud is kind of bringing in at the moment. Here's a long ball from Box Hill. Parbury dispossessed there. Heidelberg looking to win the ball back. Goes back to Captain Hudson. Olachino couldn't get as far as her teammate, and Heidelberg will win possession once again, using lighters in the corridor at this stage. Short passes seem to win in their favour. We'll go back to Barrero. Bit of time and space here to make a decision. Opts to go long. Not sure who the intended target was. Salo trying to bring it to ground. Not the best pass we've seen from Nicolina Buzzalo, and it's going to go back to Heidelberg. Blind pass coming from Keely Lockhart. Ball's going to juggle in the air. Matsuda wants to get there first, but it's juggled the opposite way. And Box Hill will retreat back. Hudson looks up. Buzzalo, good touch. To Parbury. Locks it into the box. Nobody there, though. And the chase is on. And Box Hill cut it in. Good defending coming from Heidelberg. And a corner kick for Box Hill, their first one for the game so far. And Elwyn Parbury will bring this one in for Box Hill. Long ball through the box, way too far. Even Buzzalo couldn't control the ball as she chased to keep the ball alive for Box Hill. Wonderful pressure there coming from Dre. And she leaves it behind for her teammate to bring it back in for the yellow and black. Box Hill wins a ball. Quick release from Cox. Looking to cut it in. Through to the near post and collected there by Bailey. She takes her time to have her teammates get into their position. It's Box Hill. What a team. They've come so close in a few of the games this season, but are still struggling to finish strong. They've managed 2 narrow wins over Burundara and Bentley and picked up draws against the Royals and FV Academy. Now they have lost to heavyweights like Bulleen and South Melbourne. They have been a wake-up call for them, and they'll be out to prove themselves if they can go toe-to-toe with top-tier teams like Heidelberg. If they can pull it off today, it'll be a well-earned statement win for them. Conceding early may have really dampened their spirits a little bit here as they try to get their game back into order. 5 minutes or so have been great. Can they keep this momentum alive? A little bit of stoppage here on the far side of the pitch, just right in front of the Heidelberg bench. Free kick to Heidelberg as Heidi Dre just off the pitch at the moment momentarily, possibly due to injury. That was terrific running there. Box Hill on the move on the far right. At Miata kicks it away out of danger for another Box Hill throw in, but that was meant to be done there. Parbury goes short to Hudson. Back to Captain Hudson, looking for options. Intercepted. Lockhart brings it to ground under a little bit of pressure there from Buzzalo. Whips it in. Cleared away by Box Hill. Keeping a lot of possession so far here. Box Hill not rushing too much, just ensuring they've got players up where they need to be. Hudson controlling most of the traffic so far. Long kick on the far left. Wonderful pressure coming from Miata. Wonderful kick, appealing for a handball. Not called, says the referee. Play on. And Heidelberg playing to the whistle. As Box Hill will retreat back to their defenders. They will reset this game. Too much on the ball there, and Heidelberg on the move. Utilising the right flank. Lockhart on the move, but ball didn't reach that far. Wonderful touch coming from Box Hill. They did just enough to stop the passage of play coming any way further, especially from a really tight Lockhart making the move. It's going to go back to Hudson. Hudson's taking on the entire team. But Salo whips it in. Simpson. Ball high in the air. Hudson against Lockhart. Lockhart against Butzalo. They're on the move here. Heidelberg. Left it behind though. And McKenzie will slow things down a little bit here, but you can tell Box Hill are keeping a very close eye on that right flank. They know they just whip it in, find the target being Keely Lockhart. They're keeping one eye very close to Lockhart at this stage. Lincoln should be so lethal in that area. Intercepted Barrero. Couldn't find no teammate. Twist and turn here from Box Hill. That's Suda. Under pressure, retreats back to Barrero. Hayson. Lahopoulos falls to ground. And a free kick given there. May have just been a little bit of a late call in the push in the back there. And Heidelberg will have a free kick just before the halfway line. They're up 1 goal to Box Hill 0. Just over 20 minutes past the game time, so halfway in the first half. Barrero thought about it. Will opt to go long. Miata was the target. Under pressure. It's Miata again. Lost her footing, and Box Hill wasn't able to keep the ball alive on the far end in front of the Heidelberg bench. Saturday afternoon, plenty of football action here on a very lovely Saturday afternoon. Alamein was facing off against Brunswick Juventus. I will try to tab over to that game. That started at 3 p.m. And that was at Dorothy Laver Reserve. Also happening at the moment, FV Academy and Preston Lions at the home of the Matildas. Down at Lakeside Stadium, Spring Hills up against South Melbourne. And later on this evening at the Veneto Club, we have Burundara Eagles hosting Essendon Royals at 7 p.m. this evening. So action-packed Saturday afternoon. All the football for the Women's Victoria National Premier League. Teams being very vocal out there. Box Hill trying to find a way through the cutback. and eventually goes out of bounds for a Box Hill corner. Not too much mustard behind that one. Just getting a little bit of time here, finding a little bit of breathing space. There's Parbury. Will she whip it in? Or will she go short? High ball in the air. Bit of a scrimmage. Ball is still not cleared away by Heidelberg. Juggling up in the air. A few bodies there. I think it was a falcon almost there for Heidelberg. Wonderful first touch, but not enough to clear it. The second, very tactical to draw in another corner kick. So the third one for Box Hill. It will be Parbury saying it's going to be a header. Referee Saban just giving a slight warning. 4 players deep inside the box. Hudson's in that mix. Zikas is in that mix. High ball. Not a player down. But this time around it will be a goalkeeper ball. So second attempt in a row for Box Hill. Unable to capitalise, where we did see earlier where Heidelberg, with their second attempt in a corner kick, resulted in a goal. Box Hill need to look for different avenues, but credit to Heidelberg and their defence not allowing any clean possession, making it very challenging for Box Hill to find a way through, especially in those chaos type plays. Miata looks to go long. Second attempt. Box Hill will track back. Buzzalo to Alacino. Wonderful movement. Ball whips in. Zikas couldn't bring it aground. Back to Olacino. No option forward. Retreats back to Hudson. She'll take on the team if she wants to. Clear the ball inside the box deep. Right idea there coming from Hudson. It may have just been a little bit too heavy for a teammate to react on that occasion. Bailey. Trying to go long on this one. She does. Towards Matsuda. Just end-to-end kick here from keeper to keeper. Well, 25 minutes gone. 1 goal is the difference so far. Heidelberg able to get the goal within the first 5 minutes of play. Box Hill still yet to react. Ball retreats back to Bailey. Up to go to the direction of Barrero. Put her hand up quick to apologise. Barrero and Nicolina Buzzalo both on each other's toes in this game. You'll see that continue on. Here's Parbury. Looking for a team on the far side. What a Heidelberg jumpers, defending well, able to manage to get the ball out of danger. And they're on the move. Lockhart also on the run. Lahopoulos trying to hold on to the ball as much as possible. Matsuda, bit of fancy footwork, still managed to get it. Appealing for a free kick, was held. Looking towards the direction of the referee, but not given there. Not much to it there if you saw a close eye on it. Chloe McKenzie directing her players. Risky move, up to go short to Hudson. Under pressure, almost left her behind. Lockhart on her toes, she won that ball, tumbles to the ground. And draws in a free kick for her team. That's the forward pressure that we'd like to see for Heidelberg United in today's game, and they've got themselves in another prime opportunity to score their second. Cam Barrero. She's got the distance, she's got the kick. Will she go at it alone, or will she find a target? Looks like it's a bit of both. Gone out of bounds, and it's going to be a Box Hill goalkeeper kick in. Right idea, but I feel like she had the distance and probably could have gone all the way if she wanted to. Do the unselfish thing by trying to swoop the ball in towards the header of either Keely Lockhart or Matsuda. Box Hill drawing in different avenues. I've got a bit of time and space here through the corridor. Free kick given to Box Hill. Quick to move on. Vlahopoulos applying the pressure against Paluwada. Barrero, wonderful positioning again. She's done well tonight, or today rather. Good first touch. Can they go the way here? Heidelberg passes one. Oh, McKenzie. Last desperation touch did just enough for her team. Can you believe it? But the second whip in. Still keeping the ball alive here. Barrero to Vlahopoulos. But McKenzie, just looking back earlier with that save, she dove. Had to back yourself as a goalkeeper. You know you have to really rely on your instincts and your technique, because it could end in disaster. Box Hill can reset from the back once more. Barbary comes in. Barrero got there first. Lockhart. Oh, bit of, what do you say, friendly fire, or was that tactical? Straight into the guts of Nicolina Buzzalo. Straight. She took it like a champion too. Jeez, you could hear the thump from up here. Abs of steel, I would say, for Buzzalo. And she just takes a breather for a moment. Saban even probably heard it from her end, the referee, and probably thought, oh, let's just make sure that Nicolina is okay before we continue play. But Lockhart, big kick on her. She quickly removed herself from that situation. We'll continue on. Heidelberg on the move. Carter back in, intercepted away by Box Hill. Wonderful movement here from Box Hill as they look to find the diagonal pass. Hudson makes herself open. Paluwada. Under pressure. A lot of Box Hill jumpers behind the ball. They don't want this ball to whip in from Kerwood Wagner. Just really held that to right wing for Heidelberg. A strong effort there. But no option forward on that kind of right-hand side of for Heidelberg as Box Hill. Turnover created. It may have just been too much. Once again, that final third, they're just missing the target. And Cara Paredes outstretching herself on that occasion. Ball hasn't really been going the direction that she's wanting it into the fashion. Hasten back to Bailey. There's Golden Hour approaching us here. This is primo conditions for football. You can't ask for anything better. We've got a nice and warm atmosphere. I'm sure once the sun goes down, it'll be a different scenario, but those in the stands facing directly into the sun are not complaining whatsoever of this nice sunset approaching upon us here. Almost 35 minutes into the game, into this half, and Heidelberg still holding on to the lead momentarily. Goal from Keely Lockhart from a corner kick. Saban just stopping the play momentarily. Just checking up on a Heidelberg player. I think she may have just been winded. Holding on to her left leg. Could be a knee, perhaps. There's a chance here. Heidelberg, quick to move things along. Keely Lockhart got the burners on. Has a check first to see if there's any players coming her way. Barrero saying, I got you. So did Hudson. Free kick, no advantage called for Hudson. Short pass to Simpson. Box Hill opting for the long pass, but Heidelberg ensuring to block the pass at whatever it costs. So they've done well in those type of scenarios, applying that forward pressure. McKenzie to Parbury. Salo back to Parbury. Miata challenge the ball against Butsalo. Here she is again, Miata. Clever ball. Looking to find Matsuda. Matsuda holding strong. Back to Miata. Diagonal pass to Lockhart. Thinking, no option forward. Let's go back. Let's reset the ball to Hasten. Box Hill. But Salo won the ball back for Box Hill. Cleverly done. Lockhart hops away out past the defender. Goes for goal anyway. And it's been cleared away by McKenzie. Wonderful effort coming from Keely Lockhart to really get herself in a prime situation. Really challenged McKenzie on that occasion. Gee, as a goalkeeper, you're thinking, where are my teammates? How did you allow this to happen? But the brilliance from Lockhart, she gets herself in those situations and able just to take the ball on her own. Very tactical. Reads the ball so well, like a book that she will continue to read time and time again. And she can read the defenders. She adapts to the gameplay and punishes the defenders. A moment laxer in time lapse in that occasion could really cost you the game. Miata whips it in, high ball. The Hopperless looking to bring the ball to ground, but it's cleared away by Box Hill. Guerrero wide on the wing on the left side. Looks to whip it towards Matsuda. Lahopoulos gets dispossessed. And second opportunity! That was wonderful from Heidelberg United. Continue to apply the pressure, and it's paid off. 2 goals in the half, and the team is loving it. Just take a roll of the dice, go give your chances, and then it really paid off. Samantha Kerwood-Wagner, 28 for Heidelberg, gets the second for the yellow and black. It was something out of nothing. It had the ball, went, you know what, I have a clear pathway. There really isn't anyone on me, and I'll go for it. And I think that's just the nature and Heidelberg's game plan of today is just, why not go at it? Give it a crack, take your chances. If you are within range and you know you can curl it in, and perhaps the keeper could be blindsided on that occasion, and just go for it. Really calm and composed, not rushing too much, nothing really phasing them at this stage, and they've just got the home side advantage at this stage. They know the crowd's behind them, and they're backing themselves. Box Hill got to find a way to get themselves back into this game. A bit of sense of urgency. Got to go harder in the game. Match up to the physicality. There was a time from the first goal to the second goal, there was a lot of moments where they're able to shut down those types of plays, but it was just a moment in lapse and breakdown in defensive structure that allowing Heidelberg to capitalize on players just being a little bit loose. So there was a time where there was at least one defender on the strikers for Heidelberg. Kerwood Wagner went, you know what, I'll have a crack at it, and that did just enough to get her team 2 goals up in the half. We'll definitely be going into the halftime break smiling. Lots of work to do for Box Hill to get themselves back in. Guerrero, Matsuda, first touch pass to Lockhart. Hayson helps to go to the wing again. Miata. Oh, Matsuda! That was a wonderful goal. But looks like it's offside. Never mind. I think it may have been a touch from Miata to Matsuda. Assistant referee from the far side, quick to put the flag up. So we all thought that was a goal. Box Hill can't get themselves back in the game. Matsuda, blind back pass towards Miata. Good idea. Box Hill got the numbers back. Butsalo opts to go long. Chance here for Box Hill. They've managed to get that ball into a dangerous position. Guerrero, this has to be important here, defending. Cox to Simpson. Hayson, a lot of experience behind her back, playing against her old team. And a lot of experienced defenders in the NPL competition. Makes a huge difference to the goal line for top tier teams. Not only a goalkeeper is important, but the centre backs and the defenders create this brick wall that makes it almost impossible. Butsalo. It's low, it's fast. Not too much in it. As Lockhart will quickly move it along. Matsuda on her own. But too heavy for her to get to. Right idea from Lockhart to clear it away. But Box Hill's still got a lot of numbers forward. Box Hill will reset again. Can they build up a bit of play here? Parbury. Asking too much from Katie Cox on that occasion. Cleared away towards Lockhart. Good touch from Miata. Retreats back. Risky move from Heidelberg. They do manage to keep a ball alive on the left wing. Intercepted. Lockhart manages to win the ball back. Hopeless. Matsuda, this looks a lot better here. Matsuda. Wonderful pass to the keeper on this occasion. Looked at the second referee to see if that was a clear way through, and it was. And that was a clear goal for number 5, Sawa Matsuda. And Heidelberg are 3-0 against the away team, Box Hill. And managed to find a clear way through the center of the pitch. And Lockhart was all over it. This is no players. You can not allow any time and space. One-on-one with the keeper and still sustain the pressure. So suddenly here at Olympic Village, Heidelberg are giving what the home crowd want. They want the goals. They want to be in front, and they want to go up against Box Hill and get that crucial 3 points. Want to maintain top 3, top 4 after this round, and this is one step closer for them. But Box Hill finally have responded. Get another opportunity here for a corner kick, as the sun is going right into our eyes. Just going to wait till it kind of goes down where the trees are, but until then, shield the sunlight. High ball, looks good. Bailey took a moment there, but her players protected her. Takes a lot of bravery for a keeper to go within those type of challenges from a corner kick. Hard collision there. I think it's between Catherine Vlahopoulos and Katie Cox, as a free kick given to Box Hill. Not long to go here in the first half. Heidelberg United in the yellow and black. 3 goals up against Box Hill, the away team. Here's Miata. Wild shot. Too wide to the left. McKenzie. Got a close eye on it. Quick release to Hudson. Pizzalo directing to go up further. Ball goes to her direction. Forward pressure from Heidelberg is still staying strong. Burke. To Barrero. Miata surrounded by Box Hill jumpers. Lockhart. Miata couldn't control it. And Box Hill on the move. Holding strong here, the Heidelberg defence. Clear away ball haven't really worked so well here for Box Hill. Perhaps they can find a different avenue in getting that ball to prime targets up forward. But this is a chance here for Heidelberg as they get themselves again deep inside the box. But this time round, Box Hill comes tracking back with numbers. Side ball will be taken by Heidi Drake on the far side of the pitch. Headed away. Ball is still kept alive. Still a Heidelberg ball. Probably about a half a metre away from the corner flag. No, 2 metres away from the corner flag. Have another attempt here, Heidelberg. Right in front of the Chemist Warehouse sign. To go back to Wild. Box Hill have cleared themselves away on the far left. This is an opportunity for them. Right inside the box. And defended well by Heidelberg. Ball is still kept alive here by Parbury. Oh, deflection. Still kept alive. And a big, wonderful save from Mia Bailey. She dove to her right side just in the nick of time. That reaction only comes from goalkeeper instinct. So she really had to stay on her line and really keep herself agile. And that comes from all the experience and training. Just comes naturally. But wonderful from Mia Bailey to kind of protect that right side, because it's not easy to do, to make those types of decisions as a goalkeeper. But it's all important. All the hard work that you do behind the scenes comes out on game day. One into the next, Mackenzie. Back to Mackenzie. To go long, blind pass there from Buzzalo. Did well. Parbury. Buzzalo did all the distance running. Curled the ball in on the left side. Probably should have gone on her own. I wonder if you're still recovering from that ball to the abs earlier on by Keely Lockhart. Buzzalo. Bailey. Taking her time, adjusting her socks and her shin pads. Not long to go here in the first half. Heidelberg holding the lead, capitalising on so many of those opportunities. You can tell they've just got that eye for goal. Here's Lockhart again, whips it in! But defended last moment there by Zoe Hudson. Working tirelessly hard in the back end here, the captain. Corner kick for Heidelberg. Miata, short to Barrero. Curls it in towards Matsuda. It's cleared away to safety. But Heidelberg will retreat back to Bailey. Under pressure from Buzzalo. Guerrero whips it in towards Lockhart, who's got the burners on again. Got a touch on it. And knocked out the keeper in the meantime. And a free kick given to Chloe Mackenzie, who got into the collision there. The freight train of Keely Lockhart. You either get yourself out of the pathway of Keely Lockhart, or you're brave enough to be within it and get yourself clipped in the meantime. She is one freight train to be reckoned with, Keely Lockhart. One-way direction, and that is towards a goal. Challenge there against Miata towards Katie Cox as they're quick to move it along. They're aware not much time left in the half. Olacino to Buzzalo. Creative footwork coming from Nicolina Buzzalo. Another clever footwork. Back to Hudson. And Saban calls the half-time break, and that's a whistle. Heidelberg up 3-0. And here it is, half-time at Olympic Village. Heidelberg and Box Hill heading into the break. With 3-0 on the scoreboard, Heidelberg looked more composed early. But Box Hill had their moments, I feel, especially when they've pushed numbers forward. The sun made it a little bit tricky in the final moments of the half. Though plenty left in this one after the break. Both teams still right in it though. Heidelberg may the 2025 season. Hans Ollie here with you from Olympic Village in Heidelberg. It's halftime here between Heidelberg United and Box Hill United. Heidelberg leading 3-0. Kickoff just underway as the sun is slowly setting here, so conditions will get a little bit darker on your screens. But they have turned on the lights, so hopefully that will give us a little bit more light into your vision, those watching at home. But we are undercover here and the conditions are primo for Saturday evening football. As Heidelberg in the yellow and black kicking left to right of your screen, and Box Hill kicking from right to left. So is this a matter of the direction that you are kicking or the teams are kicking could play a factor? Or is it just more Heidelberg have capitalised on more of their opportunities in the first half than Box Hill have? Keely Lockhart able to get one in the bag earlier on in the game. I think it was about 5 minutes in. She was able to slot it through to the back of the net from a corner kick. Second goal, equally as rewarding as the first. Samantha Kerwood-Wagner got herself on the scoreboard, scoring Heidelberg's second goal. And it was the resilient work coming from Sawa Matsuda, a key player in the forward attacking of Heidelberg. Able to slot herself a goal as well. The first one didn't pay off. Called an offside that was called there against Matsuda, but the second goal was more rewarding as she looked towards the second referee for the flag to go up. Did not go up, so it was just a luxury in the celebration, but nonetheless, a goal is a goal at the end of the day, and Matsuda able to get herself on the scoreboard for Heidelberg. So it's lots of work for Box Hill to be done here in the second half. Heidelberg already challenging themselves earlier on in the half as they cleared it away momentarily. Box Hill got themselves an even 2 wins, 2 losses and 2 draws in this season so far. And they up the challenge in the second half. 3 goals is a lot to ask for the team in white for tonight. Where Heidelberg was able to just to make sure they've got that solid scoreboard just in case there's a fight back. Barrero, long ball. Oh, a bit of a elbow to the back there towards Matsuda. Miyata go here. Here's the ball. Quick to move up. Kind of quickly move things along. Lockhart got the burners on. Passes one defender. Strikes it. Near post save there by Mackenzie. Held her position well. Quick release. That's Mazzalo. Retreats back to Hudson. So, not sure if there was a substitute in the halftime break. We didn't see any subs from my end. I could be wrong. There's Barrero. We'll clear it out to Lockhart on her left. But for Heidelberg, we're still yet to see on the pitch tonight number 7 captain Steph Galea, number 10 Bronte Peel, number 25 Amelia Ingalls. There's the ball, dangerous ball, but it's whipped over the crossbar. In front of goal, yet somehow the ball veered its way even over the fence. I'll have someone try to whip it over the fence. It is quite a high fence, so at times you just don't know how the ball make its way with so much force and power that in front of goal it goes with the direction opposite to where you want it to be. And that fence is quite high. It's probably about 2 to 3 levels up. Chance again here for Heidelberg. It's whipped over in front of the face of goal. Mentioning a few key players still yet to come on board. Amelia Ingalls was one, and Arian Tarrant and Nicole Cooper for Heidelberg on the bench, waiting to make their way on the pitch, perhaps maybe in the second half. Miyata finds Matsuda under pressure. Lays it back to Lockhart. Heidelberg appealing for a corner kick, and they do get it. For Box Hill, got Olivia Ellis, number 4, Maeve Brown, Emma Peroni, Zoe Kataforis, Mariah Monroe, and Ruby Simmons on the bench to yet to come on. Looks like a few players are warming up momentarily on the far left side for Box Hill. Corner kick. Miyata. Barrero asking for the short option. Ignored her. Will whip it high. Touch there by Lockhart. So into the breadbasket of McKenzie. Intercepted again by Heidelberg. Box Hill on the move. Opting for the right wing. Chino retreats back to Hudson. Miyata and Vlahopoulos desperate to win the ball. And referee Saban calls a free kick holding. Miyata putting her body on the line, paid off, and it's going to be a free kick to Heidelberg. Barrero, Lahopoulos, Lockhart. 3 players surrounding her, but she's like a brick wall. It takes 3 players to knock her down. Buzzalo ups for the boundary. Throw from Heidelberg. Miyata down deep. Looking to defender away. Couldn't get to Barrero. She did get a foot on it, but blocked away there by Buzzalo. Throw in for the Burgers on the far end. Looks like Camberero will take this one in. So go long towards Lockhart. Got a foot on it. Got a head on it. Matsuda. No way forward. Box Hill will retreat back to safety. McKenzie to Zikas. Back to McKenzie. Hudson. Bit of a kick to kick back and forth between Hudson and McKenzie. Ups to go long. Lockhart headers it away right in front of the Box Hill bench. Box Hill to make their first change of the evening. Off comes Theodora Wilson, and on comes Olivia Ellis, number 4. Ellis gets herself into a centre back position. Play resumes. Should make an impact here in the defensive back line here for Box Hill. Very experienced player for NPL. Risky move coming from Box Hill in their defensive half, as there's a lot of Heidelberg jumpers still lurking in their attacking. Nowhere to go. Barrero will come back to collect. Lockhart was the target. Her right foot may have just got clipped there in the process. Back to Hudson. Zikas and Hudson managed to find Bozzalo in the flank. Heidelberg coming back in numbers, did just enough. Simpson under tremendous pressure. Heidelberg have made it quite challenging this evening for Simpson to find a way through the right flank. Thought about it for a second there, Heidelberg. Lockhart, Lahopoulos. Matsuda checks. Lockhart. Wants to go long. Hudson playing a key role. The connection is great now. They're on the move on the right. Solo couldn't find Simpson. It whips its way back towards the direction. Miata. Big effort coming here from Heidelberg. So have another chance forward. Box Hill defending in numbers. Ball whips in, but it curled way too far to the right. So what a promising start here. Promising signs of a few key players. Heidi Dre have been crucial in that right side for Heidelberg. And on the other end, Keely Lockhart just got the upper hand on most occasions. Lahopoulos took us away past Alice. The goal scorer, Kerwood Wagner. Whips it in again. Lockhart, too heavy for her to get to. Miata using her body as a ramp. And Box Hill have cleared it away. Polly Walter to Cox. Foot chase is on, and Savan have called it a Heidelberg ball. The change here. Off comes Heidi Dre. And on comes Arian Tarrant. Rosie Weil will take a break. On comes Amelia Ingalls, number 25 for Heidelberg. So under the bright lights here on a Saturday evening, Heidelberg United at Olympic Park in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, and what a night it's been for them, scoring 3 goals in the first. Still no goal scored here in the second half, but Heidelberg able to keep it a clean sheet so far. Mia Bailey had some wonderful saves in the first half. Very close ones that would have been potential goals, but this would have been one hell of a goal, but one hell of a save to back it up from Mackenzie. Something out of nothing. Heidelberg United banging on the door. They've kicked it wide open. It's just a matter of who will go through that door of continuing goal scorers. But gee, that was going up high. Very crisp night and really no inkling of any wind playing a factor, which we thought earlier on. That wind did stop. Mackenzie had to outstretch herself for the save. Corner kick here, Barrero. Maybe just too heavy. Opts for the back post situation. Cleared away by Box Hill. So a few big games ahead for these two sides. Heidelberg United, they've got a big game against Spring Hills. Friday evening fixture for the newly promoted VPL team, Spring Hills. So it'll be the first time they'll be versing against that side. After that, round 9. The old school rival matchup, Preston, here at Olympic Park. And then round 10 will be a tough game, but it will be against FC Bulleen Lions at the Veneto Club. So only 2 home games, and they've played 6 rounds before this. And just feel there's a lot more away games for Heidelberg in the first kind of couple rounds of the season. It's Heidelberg able to get themselves out of a tricky situation. Matsuda goes long. Lockhart goes in the air. Lays it off to Lahopoulos, to Miata. Just bombed away there by Box Hill. Their upcoming fixtures will have Brunswick at their home ground at Wembley for round 8 action. Then they'll go away against Alamein at Dorothy Laver Reserve. Round 10 will bring them to Spring Hills at Springside. So 1 away game, and no, 1 home and 2 away upcoming for Box Hill. Mackenzie to Hudson. So quick on the ball. They'll retreat back to Mackenzie. Salo, head checks. Looks for her surroundings. Opts to go forward. Barrero got in the way first. Moves it back to the direction of goal scorer Kerwood Wagner. She wasn't able to control it. Back to Mackenzie. Box Hill haven't managed to get their ball out of their defensive half. It's going to be quite challenging because you just feel the numbers forward here for Heidelberg. They've got numbers tagging on every situation, so not allowing any breathing space for Box Hill whatsoever, and just drawing in a mistake. So it's just been mostly a one-way traffic, and that is Heidelberg. Here they go again. Simpson. Salo gets dispossessed. Lockhart. They've been on their toes the entire game. And this time round, but Solo won the ball. been quite rare in a game like this. Will it pay off, though? Zalo. They'll retreat back here, Box Hill. Zikas to Hudson. They'll reset the play once more, Heidelberg. Alice. Back to Zikas. Long ball, and this is an opportunity. Kaparidis under pressure. Appealing for a free kick, but it's going against her. Heidelberg get the free. Georgia Karaparidis haven't had a clear break. Trying to utilize her positioning each and every time the ball goes to her direction. There's at least one Heidelberg defender keeping a close eye on her at all costs. So that's the difference between the two teams, is Box Hill not allowing any open space for these attackers to find a bit of freedom to create those plays, where you see more of the creativity coming for the Heidelberg attackers. They're just finding different avenues to get players like Matsuda, Lockhart and Miyata in those positions where it could be very dangerous and lethal. And then they can just unlock from wherever they are. Here she is again, Miyata to Lockhart. Creating a bit of open space. Tarrant. Haven't had too much of the ball movement. Still the Heidelberg side ball right in front of the bench here. Or in front of the stands. A little bit of confusion on the far end of who's coming on and off, but it looks like Keely Lockhart is taking a break. Steph Galea also waiting to come on. Kat Vlahopoulos will come off for Steph Galea. Kerwood Wagner also coming off. So there's new players, Bronte Peel replacing Kat Vlahopoulos. 3 substitutions for Heidelberg. I think that just leaves everyone now on the pitch. Steph Galea coming back from injury, so just not playing to full capacity as of yet, just warming up to the style of the NPL. So good to see her on the pitch, but probably perhaps not making any harsh physical challenges if can be avoided. Coming off injury. Not easy sometimes mentally and physically for any player, especially with knee injuries. It's a tricky one not to overdo it to your body. Good to see Captain Steph Galea back on her recovering journey. Alice. Time and space. No option forward. Looking to draw in one of her teammates, but that didn't happen. Peel. A little bit of rush ball there coming from Box Hill and Tarrant. We'll reset it again. Peel looking to clear it away. No clean possession. Matsuda. Oh, high balls in this direction, but nothing to challenge keeper McKenzie. Happy to see that ball go out of bounds. Still about 18 minutes left into this game. Can Box Hill find a goal in it? They've been absolutely trying to their chances, but it's been shut down time and time again in the final third for Heidelberg. They've just been resilient. Their defensive structure have been well disciplined, maintaining their possession mostly in their attacking half. Here Heidelberg got the home ground advantage. Wasn't able to capitalise on the home ground advantage last time they were here against South Melbourne. Hard work have been paid off for number 3 on the ladder so far, Heidelberg. So on top of them is Alamein and South Melbourne in first place. Bulleen in 4th and Royals in 5th, and that's proves to be game of the round. See if I can have a sneak peek of those games to see the results. So far, just thinking what Box Hill has to do to find a way back into this game. Not long to go. The mountain they're about to climb, or in the process of, 3 goals at this stage in the game, could be a bit of a hard task to ask for these players. Where Heidelberg, being 3 goals up, happy to allow a little bit of more freedom and experience and time for those on the bench. Just have a bit of game time to give a well-earned break to those players who have really made an impact in the first half. One being Keely Lockhart. From the start to the end of the game, you can tell she gives it 110%. So well-earned break for Keely Lockhart. Peel goes to ground there. Heidelberg gets a free kick. Long way from home though. Mia Hasten looks around to see if there's anyone to lay it off, but she whips it quite high and long. Box Hill got the numbers behind it. So now back to Hasten. Almost took a teammate in the process. Box Hill quick to make a move. Sometimes they're just a little bit slow in terms of moving that ball as quickly as possible. They hesitate a little bit on that kind of decision making. Got players that are ready to react, and then players are just unable to find the right time to make a move. Heidelberg on the right side. Back to Peel, a substitute. Tarrant. Find a teammate in Box Hill. And they hold on for it. Scalia whips it in. Oh, it's so close. She felt it. She knew that ball, the assist that was going towards her way from Cooper. But being 3 goals up, I don't think she'll be too phased on that occasion. If that was perhaps that moment where Steph Galea could make an impact in the game, would have been quite important for the captain to step up on that. Kenzie. It's Alice. Going to go back to Hudson. Heidelberg, wonderful pressure. They're able just to win the ball in their attacking half. Not allowing the ball to really slip past the halfway line. Ball's cut back in towards Scalia. She retreats back. That's Suda. Just had a tumble there. Another substitute for Box Hill. See Emma Peroni, number 11, on the pitch. Just about 12 minutes and change to go here in the game as Heidelberg still holding the lead. 3 goals to nil. Still no goals to be scored as Box Hill. This is a prime opportunity to get that ball into a position where they want it to be. Even Mia Bailey, had to track back. As a corner kick has been drawn in here for Box Hill. As Heidelberg gets himself in a defensive structure position. Parbury will take the corner kick for Box Hill. High ball. Still not cleared away yet from Heidelberg. Steph Galea will put the burners on. Under pressure. Opts to retreat back. Box Hill win the side ball. That was wonderful from Heidelberg. They just stay composed in their defensive structure and find key targets. Don't bomb it. Don't wild kick the ball to no man's land. They look up. They see a prime situation where it could be a smart idea, and they've been tactical. Very intelligent play so far. Peel. Keeping the ball live here for Heidelberg. Ball whips in, too far for Steph Galea to get to. Substitute so far, Emma Peroni. holding flank on the right side. We'll retreat back to Mackenzie. They've done that all night. And they'll switch the ball. Alice. Paredes did just enough there. But Mia Bailey playing a very forward position well, knowing that Box Hill really is going to try to challenge her to do the long balls. So she's using the edge of her 18-yard box to her advantage, just to create a bit of pressure, more defensive structure. Bailey opts to go long. No Heidelberg players in sight. Does land. Peel on the move, but Alice got there first. Mackenzie. Have to quickly move the ball along. Not much time to go. Under 9 minutes remaining in the game, and Heidelberg still holding the lead 3-0. Just a matter of keeping a clean sheet at this stage for Heidelberg, unless Box Hill can find a consolation goal. 3 goals in just about 8 minutes will prove a little bit difficult. The way Heidelberg's been going, as Steph Galea ball whipped into her direction. It was just an awkward touch that she had there. She overran it and probably could have slowed down a little bit in the final steps. How good has Cooper been to create those opportunities on the right side? Holds positioning so well. Herself and Peel, the new players have come on board here in the second half from the bench. Already just continued where they left off, and that was a really hard knock there from Matsuda. A very unexpected fall. And her head just collided with the grass with force, but she's up. She's holding on to her right neck. Maybe check the chiropractor. Make an appointment, because that was a crunch to the ground. Camberero behind the ball once again. Can she go the distance? Up in the air ball. And Mackenzie had to gobble it up. Just about 7 minutes remaining. 3-0 here at Olympic Village. And Heidelberg under the lights. I'm sure the fans would just be loving the performance, knowing they need to get that scoreline ahead as much as possible against Box Hill, because the game might go away with them. It's just been a little bit inconsistent in this season, but games like this, big wins. Oh, no way! Ball in front of the face of goal with the keeper out of her line. Gee, you thought that ball was curling in from our angle. Everyone was holding their breath for a moment there, the Heidelberg fans. Thinking, oof, is that going to go in? But Box Hill challenged keeper Mia Bailey. She's haven't been challenged often in this game, but that was probably a key time frame in this game for Box Hill, where they were able just to get Mia Bailey off her line. It's been quite rare. Hudson. Whips it long. Just drawing in a mistake. Still a Box Hill ball on the far end of the pitch. And a goal kick for Heidelberg. They will crunch as much time as possible. We've reached the 85th minute mark on the scoreboard. Just a matter of the fourth official providing us with the information of how much extra time will be played. Bailey wants to go long. Burke retreats back to Barrero. Maintaining pressure. Bit of sense of urgency coming from Box Hill. Haven't seen too much of that, but they're finally really loosened up here. But Matsuda. It's a free kick. I think it was just a little bit too overzealous there from her opponent. Shab Raban gives a free kick to Heidelberg. Hasten will take this one. Opts to go short. Opts it towards Peel. Cooper lurking. Last roll of the dice. Last kind of passage of play here for Box Hill. Can they find a goal in it? Not long to go. We've probably seen about 2 to 3 promising moments in this game, but other than that, it's just been all Heidelberg. And the attacking have been very clinical in the all areas of the game. Defensive wise, they've been great. It's only just been a few off moments, but other than that, they've able to shut down any movement forward for Box Hill. Box Hill giving everything they've got. Not enough in a game like this. Hudson finds the wing again. Shut down by Heidelberg's defence. Ball still kept alive. This looks great. Near post saved there by Bailey. Low ball. And she's got it covered. To Gus. Karapadides. No option forward, and Heidelberg will retreat back. Just waiting for the whistle at this stage here, Heidelberg. And still keeping a strong formation. Not to concede. Another clean sheet for Mia Bailey on the cards. Directing players to go long. Looks a lot better. It's Matsuda. To Miyata. Ball is still in play. A few players just stopped momentarily. Not sure why, but just out back heel pass. Scalia tramples through. Was stopped in her tracks. Box Hill turnover. Right side of the pitch, right in front of the benches. It's a prime opportunity. A lot of Heidelberg jumpers have gone back. Tapped away by Bailey. Human shield. That's all, a lot of yellow and black jumpers behind the ball. And they have another crack at it here, Box Hill. Good hands from Mia Bailey. That's probably the most promising signs from Box Hill in terms of their attacking nature. It's just been their night in terms of trying to find a way through. And Heidelberg proving time and time again in a game like this. It's been wonderful to watch. Where Steph Galea, again, not going hard at it in those challenges. Taking it a little bit easy on the body, not allowing too many risks in case another cause of injury. Player down to the far side. I think it's Parbury holding on to her ankle. The physio's just been called over. I think it's her left ankle that she's just perhaps may have rolled. She's limping off, so hopefully nothing too serious. It's just an off-play collision perhaps, but we didn't really see it. Concentrating too much on the play that was happening in front of us, and Parbury just left on alone, so might have to go back and rewind and see exactly the impact caused. But she is limping her left foot there. Hopefully nothing too serious. She's playing an incredible game for Box Hill this evening. But it might be the end of her night for tonight. Play resumes, not long to go, and Heidelberg United weren't able to get the back of the net in terms of this half, but the first half very crucial to get that ball rolling, to get that momentum going, and to get themselves on the scoreboard early, which they did in, I think it was the first 5 minutes of the game. Keely Lockhart from a corner kick. It took some time for the second goal to come about from number 28, Samantha Kerwood-Wagner. And it was in the final moments of the first half where Sawa Matsuda able to get the third goal for Heidelberg United. Box Hill still got gas in the tank. But that's enough for Heidelberg this evening. Final whistle been blown, and that's full time here at Olympic Village. Heidelberg United and Box Hill have gone the distance, and it ends in 3-0 in this round 7 matchup of the 2025 NPL season. It was a match full of shifts. Heidelberg looked to control the ball early. Box Hill able to respond in moments and showing resilience and flashes of a little bit of attacking intent in the final moments of the game. Clean conditions made it quite easy for Box Hill to get into a consistent role, but both teams adapted and pushed hard right to the final whistle, but Heidelberg came out up on top. Though for Heidelberg, though, it's another important result in this campaign. For Box Hill, though, there's plenty to be proud of. They pushed a top side and showed they're building something strong. So something is brewing here for the Box Hill side. Well, before we sign off, a huge thank you to everyone who made today's match possible, our referees and officials for keeping the game flowing fairly, the pitch staff who kept Olympic Village in top shape, the dedication of the volunteers who supported the teams and crowd behind the scenes, our camera crew and production team for bringing the action to the screens, media personnel and matchday staff for keeping everything running smoothly. Football Victoria, thank you for them for their continued work in developing the women's game. And of course, their families and fans, whether you're in the stands or watching from home, your support drives this league forward. Thanks for joining us for Round 7 NPLW action. We'll catch you next time. Take care and enjoy your weekend. Final score, Heidelberg 3, Box Hill 0.